Hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate your viewership. If you wouldn't mind, maybe checking the description or follow me on like Twitter or Instagram. That's where I post the most at. I've got a Facebook page, and don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the video. Hey everybody, we're back with another video. This one will be quick. I'm gonna try to do a review of like Moon Knight, maybe a Moon Knight comic or two. Depends on. I've got one that I actually bought because I went to the comic book store recently. Little fun fact. Uh, I've got the Brian Michael Bendis one. I've heard that's the worst one, but that was the only one I could find. Like the only trade. I wanted to get like a trade to read to, kind of get some lore on Moon Knight, because I honestly don't have much, except like the internet and like stuff I've watched, like little videos about Moon Knight. But I know he's got like stuff, and he's got like multiple runs, of course. But I don't really know where to start. Besides, I know like that's probably like the Brian Michael Bendis one, the worst one. Uh, but anyway, so we're gonna review that one. If I can find some others like through Hoopla or something, then we're gonna try that. But this is just a quick one I wanted to throw out there because again, I keep seeing like some stuff on the internet that bugs me, so we're gonna rant about it. So, again, like there was a group I'm in, and they like posted like a comment like on Reddit or something about uh, you know, about like a Marvel film fan, and he's like, I watch Winter Soldier when I want a down to earth political thriller, and I watch Guardians of the Galaxy whenever I want to laugh at, and then blah blah. I watch Spider Man when I want to do this, and he's trying to like stick it to the cinephiles of the world, if you will, and be like, oh yeah, well, they're not all just cookie cutter Marvel movies, buddy. So, haha, well, they're all different. And he threw like WandaVision in there, which I haven't seen, but that's also kind of beside the point. In a way, we'll get to that. And then everybody's like laughing, and I'm like, oh, this guy's coping so hard, and look at the little Marvel fanboy. He's so stupid. Marvel fans are unbearable, all that good stuff. And I don't know, I'm kind of just like, I can relate to both sides in a sense, so I think it's good to get a different perspective on things. Because again, I don't know if you know my movie history or not, but I grew up with like Pixar and Marvel movies. That was pretty much my only movie diet for until like I don't know high school, I guess. Then I started watching other movies. But you don't need to know all about that. But again, I grew up most of my life with Pixar, Marvel movies, the occasional DC. So I was kind of sheltered from the cinema world, if you will. So I can kind of relate to what the guy's saying, but also like I don't really see a reason to laugh at the guy because I mean, like again, like Marvel movies are well, superhero movies in general. That's kind of the thing. Is to say Marvel fans are unbearable is kind of stupid because I mean, Snyder fans and like the DC universe copes just as hard as Marvel fans do, if not worse, because they did the whole like Snyder cut, like release a Snyder cut hashtag. I think that's almost worse because again, like that can get into like bullying and stuff. Which also, if we go back to Marvel, there was the Spider-Man PS4 video game stuff where they bullied the developers. Again, that stuff's not good. But if we like, why not just attack all comic book movies in general? Because like, they're all pretty much the same. DC, Marvel, they're all coping with you know attacks and stuff. But again, I just think it's dumb to attack like Marvel fans or DC fans. I mean, like unless you're in that world, I can kind of understand. But like to be like, oh well, I've got a bow tie on and I watch true cinema. Like, okay, congratulations, you've got a like big pair of balls. Congratulations, like whoop de fucking do. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. But anyway, um, that's my main problem. Is like just the that's one of the problems I kind of have with the internet is it's a lot easier to like mock people and just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna screen cap this cringe comment and laugh at the Marvel fan. This guy's such a fucking he's an idiot. It's stupid. Because again, like I mean, is the guy right? Like, no, because again, Marvel movies are they're made by committees. They're made to appeal to China, so they have to like watch all the censorship. They are made by a machine. Like they're not good, true movies. Like they're not. I can tell you that because I mean they're just not. They're made by the mass audience. And again, if we're looking at movies, then like, would you even qualify WandaVision as a movie? Maybe if you're binge watching it, but like it's not made in like a typical movie format. So I mean, that's not even like a movie. Again, that kind of goes back to like what we have nowadays with like the general sense of like television and Netflix and binging. Are those considered movies? Like probably not, because again, they're made from like a television format. But we're in a different era where like binging is more popular, so it is just kind of weird in that sense. Because again, if I'm watching like a good binging show would be, I don't know, like Witcher is like a Netflix original, so we'll just use Witcher as an example. That's the first one that popped in my head. As like a Netflix exclusive, then again, like it has a break in it, and again, like some of them are kind of made like Netflix releases them all like in one go, right? So, like maybe like Sex Education or something, because again, that's made with like in like an hour long chunk, and then there's a break, and it's like, ooh, a cliffhanger. I've got to keep watching, and that's not how movies are made. So that kind of like gets into that spiel. But I mean, again, like binging's weird, and it's made for a weird like dichotomy, I guess, where you're made like you're supposed to watch it all in one go, but there's like breaks in it for like cliffhangers. So it's like, and again, they're like, like uh, Sex Education is like 8 hours long if you watch it all in one go. So it's like, you know. So again, like that's the thing is if we look at like Moon Knight or something, again that's released weekly, so that's even like less like that because it's released weekly, in hour long chunks. It's not really like cinema or whatever. So there's that, and then also like, but my main problem is like the cinephile people that are like, oh well, like my balls are gigantic because I watch real movies. Like, who cares? Like nobody cares. Like genuinely, like that's good for you that you can see some random foreign French film from 500 years ago and like, you know, orgasm to it. Congratulations. But like also like, yes, like it's a stupid trend. Like superhero movies are a trend. Like the Western, like they're already kind of overblown by some people, and like nobody, like some people are already like exhausted with them. But again, there are people that care about the characters. That's why we watch them. We're not there to like, I mean, it's like my grandma said that one time about like Spider-Man, like, oh, it's just for the special effects. But I mean, it's not, because again, like, I mean, sure, this is, the fifth, hundredth time that Spider-Man's been put to the big screen. Sure, that's understandable that you would be upset. But again, I care about Spider-Man as a character. We're here to watch the new rendition, see what the directors do. Again, like with Matt Reeves' Batman. Like that's like the darker version. It's like the darkest version there is. Ooh, like, different directors have different outlooks. And then again, they have to take what was done before and make it different. So again, it's like, I mean, there is an artistic vision inside of it. Again, maybe not with like some Marvel movies or something, because again, those are mostly made by a committee to like feel the same, be in the same universe. But again, even that is artistic in a sense because you have to like adapt your idea of what the character should be to the existing realm they have going, which I mean again can be limiting, but again it requires some artistic vision in a sense. Because I mean sure it's limiting and you have contractual obligations and all that sort of stuff. But again, you have to take your vision of the character and the the constraints and then build them to the world already made, if that makes sense. You know, So I mean, like some directors are like Edgar Wright was like, no, your constrictions aren't my thing, so he left. But again, you get like Sam Raimi, who has a distinct vision. He made Army of the Dead and all that stuff, or like not Army of the Dead, Evil Dead, excuse me. So he made Evil Dead. He's got a vision. He directed Spider-Man before, so like Doctor Strange, like he loves comic books, so like he can make his vision fit into the world. But anyway, that's all I mostly wanted to say. Like, there's no reason to hate on people. Just stop hating on people. That's my main point of the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.